just as long as the party keeps jumping, jumping, jumping. Either you're right or mine, we just gotta get into something, something, something.
Hey, sweeties and swoons, it's your girl Candy, and you're watching Sweet Addictions TV. Yes, honey. What is the business? Okay, look, first before I start, I want to shout out Jay. I met with her today. Sweetie, she came from up north, and she came down, and we had lunch, and it was so nice. She's so sweet, and it's so funny because she said the same thing that everybody else says when they meet me in person. Oh my God, you're so little, and you're pretty. I'm like, I must be fat and ugly as fuck on YouTube because everybody says the same thing when they meet me. You're so little and you're pretty. I'm like, oh, okay. It must be fucked up on YouTube, honey. But we had so much fun, so shout out to her and shout out to the sweetie. Actually, I didn't get to get her name. She saw us walking. And she was like, Candy! And I'm like, who the hell down here don't know me, honey? And I'm looking around, and she running across the street. She was like, I watch you on YouTube. She ran over, she gave me a hug, and she was like, oh, you're pretty. And she gave me a hug. She was like, I love the Jocelyn video. Gave me another hug, and she was like, all right, I gotta go to work. And she ran back to her job. So I didn't get to get a name, but I appreciate the love, honey. Yes, I do. Because a lot of times, sweeties will see me on the street, and they will not talk to me. They'll wait till they'll get home, and then they'll type and send me a message and say, I saw you, but I didn't want to mess with you. So, shout out to them. Love you to death. Okay, so, let's get into this, honey. Actually, I'm going to do 2 videos back to back, so after I finish this one, I'm going to just record the next one, child. But, so today, y'all asked me to talk about, that video, that little badass, listen, this I'm going to really give you a disclaimer on. Things are going to come out of my mouth that some of you're not going to agree with. And that's okay. That's what this is for, to give different opinions of, you know, what you agree with, what I agree with. But just know that I am going to call this little boy out his name. And I understand a lot of people, Candy, that ain't right. And you may be right. You may be right. But I'm going to, y'all asked me to give my opinion, so that means I'm putting myself in the shoes of the so I'm pretty sure he's going to be called something. So if you don't want to hear this child being called something, you might just want to stop the video. Otherwise, place your opinion, but don't, Candy, you ain't right. I don't want to hear that shit. I'll delete you. And usually I don't delete comments because I really don't give a fuck. But since I'm telling you what it is, if I see a Candy, no, I ain't got to now. Say your opinion on the issue at hand. But I don't want to hear shit about Candy, you ain't right for saying this. Because guess what? Delete. And I won't give a fuck if you not delete you from the channel, but you know, I will delete that fucking comment because I ain't got time because I've already forewarned you. Okay? So now, a lot of you who, if you don't know or if you haven't seen the video, I'm actually going to place, well, I'm going to find the link, child. If I find the link, I'll place the link at the info box at the bottom of the video. But anyway, basically, it's a 9-year-old child, okay? He's in a daycare, and the video catches this little boy. He's in the room. First off, in daycares, you're not supposed to have the bigger school kids with the little babies and all that shit. So that's foul number 1 on the actual daycare center, okay? But he's in there with these children, and he Ric Flairs the fuck out of them. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, he kicks the shit. First, there's a baby standing up, okay? And it looks like she's like 1, maybe 2. He's 9, okay? He sees the baby, her back is to him. So he takes his foot up and kicks the shit out of this, but kicks the fuck out of her, and she falls down. She's screaming and crying. He picks her back up, and then, I don't know, he has to be watching wrestling. He's got to be watching some shit at home, or some video games or something, because then after he picks her up, he goes up in the air and kicks the shit out of this little girl, okay? Remember, 9 and maybe 1.5, 2 years old. Kicks the fuck out of her. This baby screaming and crying. And the shit that pisses me off is one of the people who, I can't remember if it was the owner or if it was, you know, just somebody who works there. They're literally not even 5 feet away on the fucking phone. So they don't see his ass. And I don't give a fuck. You see shit out of your peripheral, bitch. You don't see a nigga fly kicking in the motherfucking air, fucking up these little babies. You gonna see something. So that pissed me the fuck off. Then this little bastard, and yes, I said it. I'm about to call y'all motherfucking bitches. Yes, I said it. This little bastard goes, and I think it's the same little girl. I'm not sure, but she's sitting in a. No, I think it might be a bit different because she's in actually one of those little walkers. That's how young this baby is. Is in one of the walkers, and he takes his baby's head in his hands, and he boom, boom, busting her in her head like a motherfucker. And when she starts screaming, he rubs on her back. Looks around and then goes to pounding on her again. I mean, pound, like whooping her ass, y'all. Not no like, oh, kids gonna be kids, push. No, beating the fuck out of her. Now, some people said on that part, when he was punching her in her face and then try to console her and then punch her again, that they think maybe he's seeing that type of behavior at home. Like maybe his mama's getting her ass beat. And so that's why he's doing it. But no, fuck that. He's 9 fucking years old. He's old enough not to fucking know. You don't kick the shit out of no baby and punch the shit out of no baby, honey. And people like, oh, well, maybe he's special. Bitch, if he was that special, he wouldn't try to shut the baby up from crying and consoling or looking around the motherfucking room. So I don't give a fuck how special he may be, bitch. He could be walking around with his motherfucking arm attached to his motherfucking head, bitch. If he knows to console the baby so the baby won't cry, looking around the room, making sure ain't nobody about to come get his ass, he know he ain't supposed to be fucking doing that. Now, I give a fuck who disagrees with me. I don't care, because at this moment, even one sweetie was like, well, Candy, because when I posted a video a few weeks ago, I was like, I would have beat his ass. And one sweetie was like, well, I would have beat his ass because I wouldn't want nobody to touch my kid. And you're right. You're absolutely right. But if I was to walk in the fucking daycare center and catch this nigga punching the shit out of my 1-year-old baby or kicking and slamming the baby, I would have ran over and snatched the fuck out of that little nigga. And I can't say if I would have punched his ass, but I'm thinking in my mind, if I would have seen it, I probably would have ran, picked that nigga up, and threw the fuck out of him. Now, you can say I'm wrong all you want, but I guarantee your ass, if you got some kids, or even had a 1-year-old, or if you ain't got no kids, it's your cousin, it's your nephew, it's your niece, bitch, and you walked in and seen this big 9-year-old nigga kicking the fuck out of your little baby, out of this child, or punching this baby in the face, you would have ran this. You wouldn't have been like, what are you doing? You don't do that. No, fuck that. And I know it's wrong. See, here's the thing. See, I know it's wrong that I said that I would probably run and throw the fuck out of this little boy. See, so I don't want to hear it's wrong. Look at it. I'm so mad. My fucking earrings. I don't want to hear, oh, that's wrong. Because, see, I know it's wrong. You shouldn't put your hands on nobody else's child. But if I'm keeping it real 100 with y'all, if I would have walked in and seen this little bastard do what he did to these babies, and it was my child, bitch, I would have ran over and flung the fuck out of him. And I would have had to deal with the consequences. I understand that. But I'm just keeping it real. I wouldn't have walked over to him and was like, no, you don't beat the baby in the head. No, bitch, you would have been flung, and I would have just had to deal with the consequences later. Which, what happened to, a man, one of his babies came home, lip busted and swollen, and he came in, and he thought one of the other little boys did it, so he popped. I think they said he hit him or he pushed him or something, but he went to jail for that, of course. But he got the wrong boy. I think he popped or hit a little 6-year-old or pushed him or something instead of the 9-year-old. Either way, like I said, it would have been wrong going to hit the child, but I will say I understand where he's coming from. That's what I'm gonna say. I'm not saying it's right, but I'm saying I understand. You feel me? So now they're trying to get the, well, last I heard, they were trying to send out a petition to get the place closed. So I haven't heard anything else about it. So if you have, if you got the update, put it on here. But they had the little boy's aunt talking about something. She didn't want to show her face, of course. But she was like, oh, yeah, he's bad. But she said he's on medicine. And, he'll go fighting kids, but not babies. Bitch, he's on... Talk about he's a normal kid. Bitch, normal kids don't beat the fuck out of 1-year-olds, bitch. They don't body slam and fucking DDT 1-year-olds and shit, bitch. That's not normal. That's not fucking normal. And if y'all know something's wrong with the nigga and he's on that shit, then why the fuck y'all got him in the daycare with all these little babies, honey? That's what I want to know. He's just a normal kid. Bitch, normal kids don't do that. You already said he on some shit. So it don't make no sense for that child to have been with all them babies beating the fuck out of them. Because like I said, the father came and knocked the shit out of, who he thought was a little boy. So this little boy been beating the fuck out of these kids for a minute. So when it comes to the parents, they need to get him the care he needs. Then if they gotta give this nigga magical pills and shit, and they know they gotta get this nigga magical pills, he shouldn't be around goddamn babies. In the daycare center, they gotta know the nigga take magical pills, so they already fucked up when they let his ass come around the babies. Just too damn much, if you ask me. And like I said, I don't want to hear Candy, you wrong. Like I said, I gives a fuck. If I would have walked in and he did that to my baby, I would have flung the shit out of his ass, honey, and wouldn't give a fuck what he landed on. And I know it's wrong, so don't tell me it's wrong. I know it's wrong, but I'm just keeping it 100. So, y'all let me know what you think, how you would deal with the situation if you were walking in and you saw what happened. If you haven't seen the video, click on the video before you leave a comment, look at it, and bring your ass back and tell me what you would do in that situation, because, you know, it's some fuckery. It truly is. And it's so sad. Oh, my God, just them babies' bodies, the way they was falling when he was kicking, honey. Let me come on out for this subject, honey, because my guy ain't gonna wear me this evening, honey. Nope. Not this evening. So, alright. As always, thanks for watching. And tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a mother-sucking friend, baby, to subscribe. And follow your girl on Twitter. And make sure to Facebook friend me. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, and for the newbies, I'm not saying tell a mother. I'm saying tell a mother sucking, like S-U sucking. It seems like, girl, why you cuss at the end? I did what cussing at the end. But so yeah, y'all let me know what you would do if you were in that predicament, if you walked in and seen this little boy doing to your child what he was doing to the other ones. And just keep it 100. Hell, I mean, I know what I said ain't politically correct, but you know, it is what it is, honey. So alright, babies, I'm out. Peace.